Why did the new island blush? Because the seaweed. Welcome, island lovers, to the story of Japan's newest landmass. Now you might be wondering, where is this new island located? It's nestled in the heart of the Pacific Ocean, a cozy little addition to the Japanese archipelago. So how did this newborn island come to be? Well, it's a bit like baking a cake. You know how you mix the ingredients, put them in the oven and wait for the magic to happen? The Earth's crust is our mixing bowl, molten magma is our batter, and the oven, that's the hot mantle beneath the crust. Over thousands of years, the magma cools, solidifies, and voila, we have a brand new island. But hold on, it's not like a cake rising in an oven. It's a lot messier, and it involves volcanic eruptions. But hey, every birth is a bit messy, right? And just like that, a new island was born. No stalks involved, promise. Naming a baby is tough, but naming an island? That's a whole new level of pressure. You see, in Japan, naming isn't just about picking something that sounds cool. It's about finding a name that reflects the island's spirit, its history, and the hopes for its future. It's like naming your pet cat, but instead of Whiskers or Fluffy, you need to think big, like Majestic Ocean Purr or Furry Sunbeam. And just like when you're stuck on the character creation screen in your favorite video game, trying to decide if Deathslayer 3000 or Soft Bunny 42 truly captures your gaming essence, naming this new island was no simple task. There was brainstorming, there were debates, there were probably a few good-natured arguments over sushi and sake. But finally, a name was chosen, one that embodies the island's unique identity and aspirations. And so our little island got its name. And no, it's not Islandy McIsland Face. Now, what's an island without some inhabitants? Spoiler alert, it's just a lonely piece of land in the sea. But our island is far from lonely. It's already teeming with life. Not human life, of course. Let's be real, no one's moving here anytime soon. But let's not discount the flora and fauna that are already calling this island home. The first ones to arrive were the seagulls. These brave pioneers, with their white feathers and loud squawks, took one look at the barren island and thought, yep, this looks like prime real estate. And so they began to settle in, creating nests and ruling the skies. Next came the crabs, the island's first ground dwellers. They're like the founding fathers of this island, but with more legs and less paperwork. Their arrival marked the beginning of life on land. With their hard shells and sideways scuttle, they've made their homes in the sandy beaches and rocky cliffs that dot the shoreline. And let's not forget the plants. From hardy grasses to resilient shrubs, these silent settlers have spread their roots across the island, adding a touch of green to the landscape. So life on the island has truly begun to flourish. It's a fascinating evolution to observe, nature reclaiming its place, one seagull squawk and crab crawl at a time. So our new island is not so lonely anymore. It's now a bustling metropolis. Well, for seagulls and crabs at least. What's next for our little island? A theme park? A luxury resort? Or perhaps a secret lair for a cartoon villain? I hear you ask. Well, let's dive into the realm of possibilities, shall we? The future of our island is as uncertain as it is intriguing. On one hand, it could become an untouched paradise for scientists to study, a real-life laboratory for understanding the evolution of ecosystems. We could see new species evolve, exotic plants bloom, and maybe even discover the secrets of life itself. How exciting, right? On the other hand, let's not forget about the potential for some good old-fashioned commercial exploitation. Why not turn it into the next holiday hotspot? Picture this: pristine beaches, luxury villas, and all the sushi you can eat. Or maybe it could be the setting for the latest reality TV show. Survivor, New Island Edition, anyone? Of course, there's always the possibility that it could become the secret headquarters for an anime villain, complete with a volcano lair and an army of robotic minions. We could finally have a real-life answer to, where on earth does the villain get all his money from? But let's not get carried away. The reality is likely to be a mix of conservation, scientific study, and maybe a little bit of tourism thrown in for good measure. Whatever the future holds for our island, we know it'll be a blast. And who knows, it might just be the next big thing in island real estate. So, to recap, New Island forms, gets a fancy name, attracts wildlife, and plans for its future, all in a day's work. We've journeyed from its birth to the christening, the thriving ecosystem, and peeked into the crystal ball for its future. It's been a whirlwind, hasn't it? Almost like an anime plot twist. But alas, our island adventure must come to an end. That's all for today, folks. Join us next time for more island gossip. Until then, keep your feet sandy and your head in the clouds. Island out.